Thanks for tuning in to You See Me, focusing on the battle of self-love, acceptance, abuse, spirituality, and much more. Your host, Tina Wynn, will be sharing various ways and strategies that she used to overcome grief, addiction, and depression. You See Me is a self-expressed term Tina uses as a way of making people see the real you. For people to see you, you must first see yourself.
Hi guys, welcome back to You See Me. I'm your host Tina, and I'm gonna just jump right in. So in our last segment, I gave you guys a brief backdrop of how You See Me got started. In this segment, I wanted to talk to you guys about how my alter ego came about, how Shaquita Y was developed. And I figured before you guys got to know her and hear her story, at least let me inform you on how she came about. So with my name being Tina Wynn, a friend of mine and I, one day we were joking around humorously, and when my daughter asked a friend of mine, "Where's mommy?" she kept calling me Shaquita. So we thought it was a joke, and we just started calling me Quita Y instead of Tina Wynn. So Quita Y was just the person that my friend developed when I wasn't in my right mind or wasn't being myself. She would always call me Quita, and then she would ask me why. The why is just the why. When you start to hear Quita's story and you find out about Quita, you will find out that Quita doesn't know why. Quita don't know why she does the things she does. She doesn't know why she gets herself caught up into the things that she does. So, like I said, Shaquita is your girl next door. It took a hard time, a challenging time. See, because the words that we use also determine how we're going to feel about ourselves and what's going to come forth out of our action. So, when I was facing challenging times in my life, Quita was my comfort. She was my security blanket. She was the I don't care, I can be whoever I want to be, I can blend in. You put Quita in a room full of Chinese people, she's going to figure out a way to communicate with them. Quita's she's all around. She's been high, she's been low, she's been in between. And Quita has been buried. And that's how I became Tina. Tina is who you see in front of you, who you see before you. See, I had to make people see Tina through Quita. And once you guys got to see all the pieces to Quita, you see me. Now that you see me, I want you to get to know me. I want you guys to explore with me through some of the things that Quita has been through. This started at the age of 5 years old, and Quita, being the youngest of all her siblings, was always looking for a scapegoat, always looking for a way out, always looking for a way to change her situation. Never comfortable in the skin that she was in. I went to school, I bought friends, I snuck close to school to try to help those friends that were less fortunate or less in need of me. Quita learned early how to take on other people's problems. She learned that real early in life. Something else Quita learned early was that hustle mentality. Mommy and daddy can't give it to me. Mommy and daddy can't provide it for me. I'm going to go out and get it. It ain't matter how she got it or what she had to do to get it. She was going to get it. That determination. See, because that hustle mentality, it doesn't have to remain a hustle mentality. And I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. that hustle mentality can turn into, you can hustle for the Lord. You can hustle for whatever it is that you want in life. And don't let nobody tell you that having a hustle mentality is wrong. It's wrong if you make it wrong. Because I'm a go-getter. Everything I do, I put my all into. If I'm not going to put my all into it, Quita ain't doing it. She go hard. With that being said, not only did she develop that hustle mentality, she educated herself. Still to this day, Tina's a nerd. School is my career, my second career. I am a career student. I have studied just about everything you can possibly think about. Every topic, everything that you can possibly think about. I know a little bit about a lot. I'm filled with knowledge on various topics, various things, for various reasons, and we'll get into that later. Something else Quita learned early, how to feel sorry for her. The poor me, poor me, poor me. And the more Quita learned how to feel sorry for herself, the more she developed, the more her own personality came about. See, because although Quita's my alter ego, Quita has her own, you see me, she has her own mind. She has her own attitude. Sometimes you will never know what you're going to get dealing with Quita. She is a different person every single day. Why? Because Quita's a Gemini. Quita, why? Why, Quita? You see her, and she is that full-fledged Gemini. And we don't blame it on her zodiac, but we blame it on her personality, her hurts, her pain, some of the things we discussed in the first segment that people are presenting you with. They hurt, they pain, they past, they lost, their grief. She's all of those things tied into one. And she learned how to feel sorry for herself. And learning how to feel sorry for herself, she also learned how to use that hustle mentality and feeling sorry for herself, along with manipulation, to get what she wants. But, you know, like any of us else that try manipulating people, we all know what the end result of manipulation is, right? You manipulate yourself, and you play this game with yourself, and you manipulate yourself so much so that you begin to believe this false reality that you have created within your own self. And you close into this bubble of this false reality and of these false ideologies and thoughts and perceptions that you have created in your mind, and you start to tell yourself lies about yourself. So that's what Quita did. Quita told herself that nobody loved her, nobody cared about her, nobody, and I really believe that. And I lived my life in Quita's life so long believing these things that my life was created through no one loving me. And that's another backdrop on how Quita came about. Because I talk to myself. I have a real alter ego that I talk to. I don't respond. I talk to myself. I journal. I talk to my God. But yes, that's how Quita came about. Always in search of something. And as you hear some of the stories and some of the things Quita went through, you'll find that that's what it stems from, her being in search of self. She is you, she is me, she is everybody that you already know. So like I said, I want to go in depth with you guys on accepting. Accepting Quita. You See Me came about also trying to accept Quita. See, because although that's my alter ego, we know Quita got a lot of problems, y'all. She got a lot of issues. She goes through a lot. She deals with a lot. But that is the only way that Tina knew how to deal with Tina. See, because like I said, in order for other people to see you, you have to see you. I had to see Quita. And she ugly, y'all. I didn't what I saw when I looked at her. But in order to accept myself, to see myself, I had to accept Quita. That means I had to accept that ghetto. I had to accept the misfortune, the grief, the strife, the ups, the downs. I had to accept it all. I had to allow me to embrace my alter ego. Yes, that same make-believe person that a lot of us probably have created, because I'm not the only one who have this alter ego. Like I said, we all have alter egos. I just choose to label my alter ego. When we show up at work as an avatar, that's our alter ego. When we show up to church as a saint, that's our alter ego. So we all have alter egos. We just got to know how to identify them. I identify mine as Quita. And I had to see Quita, accept Quita, embrace her in order to see Tina. And in order for Tina to accept and see Tina, she had to deal with Quita. Every part of Quita. She had to examine her likes, her dislikes, her highs, her lows. She had to fully embrace Quita. And that's hard. That's very, very hard for us to do. But it's only as hard as we make it. Because again, wordplay. If you tell yourself it's hard, it's going to be hard. So instead of telling myself that it was hard, I told myself it was challenging. I don't use the word hard anymore, guys. We're going to eliminate that word. We're going to delete the word hard from our vocabulary. Because nothing in life is hard. Things are only as challenging as you make them. People use the word hard as an excuse, as a crutch, and as a scapegoat, not to challenge themselves to do and stretch their wings. You see me. I'm doing, I'm stretching, I'm pulling. I'm doing everything it is that I told myself I couldn't do. See, because we get fixated on other people telling us what we can't do, but what are we telling ourselves? Again, let's go back to the first show. What do I see when I look in that mirror? Do you see something hard or you see something challenging? It starts with self, it ends with self. You see me. There's nothing else to it but seeing yourself. Seeing you, getting other people to see you, accepting you, and that's all it is. Quita went through a lot of childhood things. She done been in foster care. She done been abused. She done been all as a kid, way before teenage years ever started. Quita endured some things. Again, she learned how to do the poor me. Oh, I was only a kid when this happened, and why me, why me? Quita, why? Yes, it was always why me, why me, why me. Quita, why fitted my alter ego to a T, because it was always why. I know why now, and I'm still trying to figure out why the rest. But I see myself for who I am. I don't see my circumstances anymore. I don't see the things that once were my life. I didn't allow those things to consume me. That we get consumed by our problems. We go through one little thing, and we could go through that one little thing on Monday, and here it is Thursday, and we still stuck on that one little thing, and that one little thing then came and went. And that one little thing could have been a setup for something much greater. but we didn't even get to see the greater because we fixated ourselves on that first thing that happened. We never allowed ourselves to move past the moment. And that was Cleta. Cleta was always stuck in a moment, stuck on something, stuck in a feeling, stuck in a thought. Just going in circles like a hamster on a wheel. Stuck and trapped in a cage. And every time somebody took the hamster off the wheel, she thought she was free until she realized she was running around a locked cage, captain of her own slave ship, left with nothing but feelings of despair. You gotta see you. And when I saw me, it only made me a worse version of myself because I didn't like what I see. It wasn't until I began to accept what I saw that I'm now able to love Tina, to love Cleta, to love every imperfection and see myself. You see me. Because when you see me, you see the world. You see life. You see every good thing that God put us here for. That's what you see. And if you have a problem with that, then guess what? That's your problem. You still see me. I'm not hiding in a shell because you don't like what I did today. You have a problem with how I look or what I thought. It made sense to me in my world. And what makes sense to me in my world makes sense to me. What makes sense to you in your world going to make sense to you. And we are all here together. So you must see me and I'm going to see you. And you going to see me and I'm going to see you. And we going to see each other. And we going to respect the seeing. But you see me. I want all of y'all to ask yourselves, who am I? What parts of me? Take out a piece of paper and write it down. If you a drunk, if you a thief, if you a liar, if you fornicate sometimes, if you cheat on your taxes, write down every flaw of yours that you don't like. Then aside from that flaw, write down the reason why you don't like that flaw. Because half of y'all don't even know why y'all don't like these things about yourself. Is it because that's how you feel, or is that because somebody told you that that's how you feel? Or somebody told you that that was a problem or something was wrong with it. See yourself. Don't see other people. Don't see other people's thoughts. See other people, but don't see their thoughts. Don't see their opinions. Don't see their perceptions of you. See them. See them and see yourself. And come see me next week on YouTube. Thank you.